Hey, what's up, guys? We're 10 minutes early. I'm gonna start anyway because I'm here. So why not? Let's get some work done, right? How's it going, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Is the carpet? Yeah, the carpet's pretty good. I mean, I had it tucked back in place and everything already, but some of the foam got messed up from the work they were doing before. So I had to get the padding all replaced and that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're good now. Okay. So first thing I want to do, I wanted to show you guys something which is a little bit interesting. Right now, the head to body proportion is your typical comic book character. It can vary, of course, depending on the direction. Like if you go like Rob Liefeld Cable, you're going to have a lot smaller head ratio to body. This right here is 8 heads. So what that means is he's 8 heads tall overall. So relative height of the body to the size of the head. So this is 8 heads tall, and you can see the head looks a tiny bit small. And it would be acceptable. You could do this, and most people wouldn't even think much of it. Some people would be like, hey, the head looks a little bit small. Now, you don't, for any sort of superhero type character, you don't want to go too much smaller than 7 heads unless you want them to look like a completely normal person. I want to show you something that's a little interesting. So we're going to go, this is 8 heads, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to, come on. We're going to put a copy of this right here. Alright, we'll set it right here. Okay, let's put that there. Now we're going to make the head bigger. That's 8 heads tall. We're going to make the head only one size smaller, which is like the minimum. And I'm going to show you how much bigger it looks and how goofy it looks and how much you'll prefer the smaller head. And I think this is interesting, because you might think that looks really small until I go up a step, which is why we're going to end up going like somewhere in between. But I wanted to show you guys this, because I think this is pretty interesting. Double ball peg shoulder. No, almost no. Actually, I can't think of a single figure with a double ball peg shoulder. I take that back. Those new Pacific Rim figures have that. They're not good. Alright, so let me make the head a little bit bigger, and I'll show you. We're gonna go, we'll make it roughly 7 heads. It might take me a couple guesses. That might be 7. It looks like a little bit less than 7, but we'll check. So let me put it back in place. Yeah, roughly like right there. Let's see now. The only way for me to do this, because there's no like, you can't measure in heads automatically. Alright, so we're going to do this. We'll move it over, and then we'll measure the number of heads, and we'll see how far off we are. That looks like 7.5 roughly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's only 7.5. And look how much bigger the head looks. I think that's interesting. So that's a good comparison. We don't even have to go to 7. So that's 8 heads, and that's 7.5. That's like the proper increment you would do. And I would argue that that head right there even looks potentially too big. I think that's interesting. Just that little bit of a change. Only half of a head height difference for the overall relative scale, and that head looks, I think, too big. You could definitely get away with it. I think you could probably get away with it a little bit more than you can get away with that one, but either one, yeah, see? It looks, at first it looks small, but then when you compare it to something else, maybe not. Maybe the smaller one looks a little bit better. But what I'm gonna do is, I think something in between. I'd like to do like 7 3/4. So we're gonna just shrink it a little bit. Maybe like right there. We'll see. Let's see what that works out to. Alright, that's relatively situated. Let's see how that works. See? It's interesting. People don't necessarily think of these things, but you know what? I do. I did that wrong. Look at that. We've got like 10 heads already. There we go. Right about there is probably good. The funny thing is, though, it's not cartoony. It's more realistic. Real life humans have more close. You would be hard pressed to find people much different than between 6.5 to 7.5 at most. You're looking at closer to 7 for real people. And for a big noggin person, 6.5 is not, it's not common, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a little bit. I could probably shrink it a little bit more to go closer to 7 3/4. Let's do that. Let's shrink it just a little bit more. Let's try that. Let's just. Yeah, that's still gonna be pretty close to half. Let's do a little bit more than that. Yeah, I think that probably looks good. Let's go ahead and give it a test. Armpit joint is not a thing. That's not a thing that exists. Armpit joints don't even exist. How could they be effective? What the hell's an armpit joint? Alright, there's a little bit of a gap there, but that's going to account for very little. Getting closer. That's actually not bad. I don't hate those proportions. Do you see the difference though? It's such a small difference between the actual size of the head, but look at the overall aesthetic. It changes it dramatically. Jose, I've got like 400 emails since yesterday. There's no way I know if yours came through or not. It did if you sent an email properly. If you didn't do it properly, then it didn't. I don't know, man. I didn't skim every 4 of the 400 emails. Yeah, see, so I just think it's really interesting how much such a little tiny difference makes, and this is the problem that Hasbro has with almost all of their Marvel Legends, especially the male figures. The heads are too big, even though it's such a tiny difference. It makes a big difference. No, it's not gonna... no, not a butterfly joint. Maybe in later waves we can do something like that, but not to... Whoa. Not to start. We're not starting with butterfly joints. See, look at how similar the size is for the heads. It's almost imperceptible. I think that's so interesting, how much of a difference that makes. And then just the location on the neck, up or down, makes a big difference too. I think that looks pretty close to where we would want it, probably. Let's see what that is. Alright, so no figure has had an ankle rocker in a long time, not from any domestic company. An ankle rocker is what Toy Biz used to make, where you have that chunk of plastic connected to the ankle hinge, and then it has 2 pegs going forward and back, and then the foot actually rocks on that. So that doesn't even exist anymore, really, in action figures. You see similar things in some figure arts or some other imports, but no domestic figures have that, and that's because that's really expensive to do. Mine is going to have something similar to what Marvel Legends have and just about every other domestic company, only it's going to be modified to be more effective. So it's going to be a swivel hinge essentially. Ball hinge is too expensive. We need to keep the price down as much as we can. There we go. That's our 7 3/4 right there, give or take, because it's overlapping a little bit. I think that's the size we want for the head, guys. What do you guys think? It's almost impossible to tell the difference. Even then, still, because of this one, this looks too big. But if you hide that one, it doesn't. So I'm not sure. I think it could go either way. Maybe a little bit smaller still. right there. So what you should do, cover up half your screen and then cover up one model and then look at it and then look at the other one and see which one you think is best. Just for curiosity's sake. I'm not necessarily going to be like, okay, 3 people said that, 4 people said that, we're going with that. I just think it's interesting. I'm leaning towards right now, I think we're going to go with the one on the right. Metallical, whoa, Flash from the past, how's it going? No, the problem with that joint design is that it's very difficult to make it sturdy. That's why a lot of those Marvel Legends had floppy ankles. Hey, Cereal Boy, well, you're not into action figures at all? You just like my videos? Well, thanks, I appreciate it. I did figure out the problem with the curve brush. I can show you. See, that's so funny because I would say the average person, they're gonna look at this and say the head looks too small. And this is only like a quarter of a head bigger. Not even really. I think that's so interesting. Stylistically, I would go with the one on the left, but based on the proportions of like the hands and feet and everything, I'm not sure if I want to go that route. Well, Mike, there's almost... You like the right more, but it's too big. Hey, Metallical, thanks for the sub. Is that a resub? What are we dealing with here? Oh, just a first-time sub. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Anyway, look at the size comparison, Mike, of the two heads. Watch how similar they are. They're almost indistinguishable. Ah, I got you. I got you, Cereal. Yes, it will have interchange. Dak, I'm pretty sure you've been here before while we were working on this. Ah, I got you, Metallical. I got you. Well, thank you. Guys, yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for absolute free. Cost you nothing, but it does help out the channel a little bit, so that would be cool. Cool, guys. Watch how you throw around words like that, man. That's a little bit bigger. Or, I mean, a little bigger than the other one. A little bit smaller than that. See, I could go for days without deciding on this, but I'm going to just have to settle on something. Kind of like that one. Let's see how similar they are. That's very close. Just a little bit bigger. I'm leaning towards that. Obviously, this isn't like something we need to nail down right now, but let me do this. Now that the little one's gone and your brain can't be fooled by it, I still like this tablet. Listen, here's the thing, Metallical. It's clearly not a $3,000 tablet. Does it get the job done without really any issue? Yes, it does. My biggest issue is that the pens that it comes with, you do get 2 of them, and they charge relatively quickly, but their auto-off feature to conserve battery life when you're not using them, at least for mine, it doesn't work. So even if I don't use it, or maybe they're using just batteries that self-drain very easily, I don't know. I don't know what kind of battery it is. I thought they were lithium-ion, but it would make more... Yeah, I guess they could be lithium-ion. Could be lithium polymer. Anyway, they either don't turn off, even though they're not in use, or the batteries just drain on their own very easily. But other than that, and you can work with them plugged in if you wanted to, and they plug in from the back. So the pen's battery life is kind of technically an issue. But for the price, this tablet's fantastic. Hey, John, thanks. Super Mario Gamer Gaming. What's up? All right, Mike and John. Now, what do you guys think? Since there's no more comparison, and I shrunk it a little bit. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, Metallical. And honestly, the display's fine. It's not. Is it perfectly colored? Well, okay. So maybe for most computers the screen's fine. Like my Alienware laptop has a really nice 300 nits display with really good color, and it's very saturated and bright and vibrant. This isn't that. This is an IPS display, so you can look at it from any angle pretty much, and you're not going to get any degradation. Although I think that's technically IPS also, it's just way nicer. But it's not perfect, obviously, but for the price you can't beat it. And here's the thing, it does come with like a protective sheet over the top. I think I mentioned this in the video. You could just rip it off, but I left it on because it keeps the glare away, and technically it's keeping the screen fresh too. But it's glass, so it's not going to get marks on it too easily. But I like having the plastic on top because it keeps any glare off the glass. Yeah, okay, so there we go. I think we're going to leave the head right like that, guys. I think that's the perfect balance between small and large. Somebody on Instagram, one of the very first comments I got, which just makes me so happy. I love the fact that the people are so quick to judge negatively when they have no foundation upon which to make their judgments. He goes, it looks way too skinny, like somebody stretched the picture from top to bottom. Mind you, it's the exact same image you're looking at right now, except it was the head that was over here. So the head was maybe a tiny bit small. Like I said, I wanted it to be small so I could show you guys that, but... No, this is definitely a good batch of proportions. So the thing now is I have to... Anthony wins perfect. What are we talking about? Anthony wins what? Anyway, I have to make the rest of body parts match these proportions. Because like right now, I have... Like let's grab these biceps for instance. See, they don't line up now. They're close to lining up, but not quite. So I'm going to have to go through and just reorient a lot of parts. And they don't have to be 100% perfect. They don't have to because they're not going to be getting mixed up that much. Like, one arm will be robotic, the other one won't, maybe. As long as they're the same length and overall size, it'll be fine. So I think we're okay there. You know, that kind of stuff. Where's my forearms? Forearms are definitely in need of reassessment. Okay, we're going to save this here. And so if you guys remember last time... Oh no, I didn't do this on stream, did I? Oh yeah, I did. This video sucks because I've got no argument to back up my point, so therefore it's bad. Am I doing bad critiques yet? Yes? I know it was a fighting game reference, but were you saying it in regard to something in particular or just in general? Hey, Nightshade, what's up? Alright. I need to finish this tassel back here. But I also... what should we do, guys? Oh, I wanted to show you guys my brush that I made. I can't use it. It's too high def. It's high resolution, so it won't work for the action figures, it turns out. I put too much detail into it. It's a problem I have, honestly. I'm seeing a therapist to get it worked out, but can't help it. So the brush I made, is it here? I have to load it manually. I didn't save it on there because I don't use it. But yeah, so somebody asked if I fixed the brush I was making, and I did. Well, you can't see that. Let me do it this way. So I was trying to make wrist wrap, like, you know, like bandaged forearms, and I decided to make a brush like this so that I could do it more conveniently. So I made a nice little fabric weave and everything, and it turned out wonderfully. Look at that. Like, it's beautiful. But it would have to be that big in relation to the figure in order for anybody to be able to see what the hell's going on. If it was actual scale size, let me get rid of that. If it was actually to scale, you're looking at, let's say we wanted to put a wrap on his bicep. I don't have the right tool selected. Alright, so let's say you wanted to put a wrap on his bicep. So you can see it's going to have the texture, but it's going to be so small. Fireteam Raven, I don't get it personally. I mean, right now Halo's dead, and their idea, instead of announcing it, I don't know why it's making that gap there. That's a little weird to me. But I can always adjust that manually. So anyway, the bicep obviously is like a ½ inch tall in real life. So if you're looking at like 17-inch monitor, that's the action figure size. Yeah, give or take. Like that. So you can see the texture is just totally lost. It's too tiny. So I need to make up one that's got more texture. Excuse me. I drank too much pop today. Now I'm burping. I have to make one that has coarser texture, or one that is not like that. So here's the thing I did on a Patreon stream the other day. I started just sculpting some forearm wraps, and I think this is going to work. Just sculpt them out and then add the texture myself manually. But I also wanted to try something else today. I think I'm going to re-topo it so that I can move them around and actually make them overlap each other properly. So this is just like the general look of the wrap. I think that looks kind of cool. Oh my goodness! Geckums! That's a resub, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we used Twitch Prime, so it doesn't count as a resub, I guess. But that's alright. Thanks, man. Oh no, I'm making... Well, I mean, every time you're working, it's practice. But yeah, I'm working on this line to actually make it produce an action figure line to sell. It'll go on to Kickstarter. So all of you people that think this is interesting, you better show up. I also found out something interesting, guys, when I was sculpting these wraps. At first, I played sports a lot, so I've had a lot of broken and injured things. So I've used a lot of ace bandages and a lot of gauze and a lot of wrapping of limbs occurred in my life. So I know how to wrap an injured limb or a forearm or something like that. And realistically, you wouldn't have all of this crisscrossing going on. But I sculpted it such that it looked like it was supposed to be wrapped, and it totally looked boring and bland. So I added these overlappings in, and it looked kind of cool. So I left it that way, and that's the way we're going to leave it. Alright, so now what we need to do is I'm going to re-topologize the whole thing. So this is going to be kind of boring to watch, but we can talk as I go. Or maybe you think it's cool because you haven't seen me do this before. Or maybe you have seen me do this before and you still think it's cool, which means you're weird. Sorry, no other way around that. You're just a weirdo. That's okay. I won't judge you much. Let's set the thickness at... Let's just type it in. Let's do 0.02. 0 density, 0 Dynamesh. Let's go. So I'm going to be able to get a lot of this in one go. Maybe not in one go. Cartoon wrapping? What? Cartoon wrapping? The background. See, people like this background music. Whoever told me I needed to change my background music, you're fired. Alright, so all I really need to do... Alright, that's how I'm going to do it. I hope this works the way I think it's going to work. It might end up being a hassle, but we're going to find out together. Lately, I've had a lot of... I've been trying to do a lot of things that I haven't taught myself how to do yet, and it's been kind of frustrating. So we're going to see how this pans out. Wasn't that weeaboo? What? It was Weeaboo, apparently. Oh, yeah, I guess it was. Oh, you're spelling rap wrong. That's why I didn't know what you were talking about. W-R-A-P. Yeah. Alright, we want that like that. Yeah, well, that's how it is in video games and everything, too, because it's more interesting looking. Which I was trying to avoid, because I wanted to get a sense of, like, realism, but it's fine. Still looks cool, so that's good. Stop lurking, weeaboo. So for those of you that don't know what I'm doing, this right here, the main thing that you're looking at, I've sculpted already, and it's consisting of little tiny squares, which look like this, but very tiny. I'm making it, again, out of big ones, so that I can reposition it and kind of adjust it exactly how I want it, and then I can go from there to work with it. It's kind of like how a cartoon artist has like the blue sketch, and then they go over it with the ink and the color. Think of the gray thing here as my blue sketch underneath. I believe I can trust you with this. I'm saving up my money to buy a collectible. There's nothing to worry about. Trust there. There are 3 ones that I have in mind, so which should I buy? Oh, that's what you trust me with, giving you input. Thanos, Venom, or Hulk. That's those are characters, not collectibles, so I don't know how to answer that question. Those aren't particular things I can tell you to buy or not. I would say pick the character you like and buy something that matches that if they have a good thing out there. And if you're not sure if they have a good thing out there, check my reviews. I've got a plethora of reviews. Alright, so this is going to technically tuck underneath this one, but I have to do it on top of it for right now. And I'll adjust that as we go. So just ignore the fact that it's overlapping in the wrong way. Making an action figure is a time-consuming and tedious process. But someone's got to do it. And since I don't trust anyone else, I'm the only person working on this project. So far, anyway. I mean, I maybe end up getting somebody else, but I don't think so. Not until I have a company established, which may never happen. In which case, I'll probably end up living in a cardboard box. But we'll see. I mean, eventually I can't do everything. Alright, so that looks weird, but that should get that whole top part done. Yeah, Kickstarter, my man. Travis Kickstarter. Sponsoring yourself. What does that mean, Toy Thief? Sponsoring. I don't know what you mean. Alright, let's preview this. Did it work? It did. So you see how I'm making it? I'm making the wraps again, but they're going to be all boxy-like. That's the idea. I should just get rid of the thickness. Let's get rid of the thickness. We can do that later. Just 0. Yep. Because I'm going to have to do adjusting anyway. A nice cardboard box? Well, it's going to be adorned with melted hunks of action figure plastic, probably. Weeaboo's close enough. It doesn't really matter, honestly, at this point. Okay, so we've gotten a chunk of it done. Which is good. Let's just pop that out so we can actually see it. Now we need to do this top piece. So I'm just going to break it up into pieces based on how I sculpted it. It doesn't really matter if they're actually connected or not. It's all the illusion. They're characters, not collectibles. You listed 3 characters, not things I can recommend you to buy or not. Like you said, should I buy Venom? I don't know what you mean. It depends what Venom you're talking about. There's like multiple figures. I don't sell construction toys. So no. In fact, the fact that you don't understand that construction toys aren't action figures, I think you're permanently fired from a job you didn't even get. So that's a bummer, man. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Mickey. What's going on here? There we go. What's going on here? Edit topology. Edit the topology. Why am I not editing topology? What's going on? Oh, I hit the wrong key. That's why. Bionicles or just Legos? Still just Legos. Fight me, Bionicle people. Isn't there like some, like, there's a big deal about Bionicle for a group of people. Like, people like that stuff a lot. Good for you, I say. I don't care what you like. If what you like doing as a hobby works for you and doesn't bother anyone else, by all means, go for it. Hey, Alfonso, how's it going? Alright, so the top third is done. Yeah, Bionicles are not action. I mean, they're... You get a result that's something akin to an action figure, but it's not an action figure. A model kit's not an action figure, so... There's no way in hell a Bionicle model kit's an action figure. Ooh, Sponge bringing the fire. You just irritated a bunch of people with that one, I'm sure of it. Alright, so we're starting right here. We'll be reviewing the new Mythic Legions. Nope. I mean, I might if my buddy sends me some to review, because he does that. When he gets them, he lets me borrow his. Oh, I should edit topology. That's how you do this. I don't have enough space for the stuff I already have. Hence the sale videos. Speaking of which, if you're one of the people who says you're going to pay for something, like you agree to the price, I give you a link to pay, and then you say, never mind, I don't want it, you're really screwing me over because I've already told people after you've agreed that the things are sold. And in some cases have deleted their emails because I got so many emails. So please, if you're not going to buy it, don't say you're going to pay for it, and then when it comes time to pay, say, oh, never mind. That's not cool. Cyclops Play Arts Kai figure? Well, I like me some Cyclops, but I like half the design. Plenty. And then the other half the design, I don't like it so much. I don't like the big pauldron. I get where they got that design element from, but I don't like it. It should have been just a riff on the Jim Lee Cyclops classic. I mean, that's the one everybody likes. Sure, they might like the other ones too, but everybody likes Jim Lee Cyclops. Everybody likes Jim Lee everything, except for Goku, right? Right. What's up, Figure Expert? How's it going? I don't know if you did a review on it. What are we talking about, Serial Boy? You're losing me, man. Mike, what are you referring to? What's wrong with people? You talking about the people backing out of sales? That shit's annoying. Like, if you don't want it, say you don't want it. That's fine. I don't care. There's 100 other people emailing me about that item. That's fine. I don't care if you don't want it. That's alright. But don't tell me you're gonna buy it and then flake. That is not a cool move. The bad look, bruh. And we'll just put it there. It's gonna take a little bit of coaxing once we get this ready to go, but I gotta put it in there somewhere. Anyway, because of all of the people that are backing out, Mike, I've just decided that that Yuki that you want, I'm telling them all it's sold. It's yours. Whenever you're able to, it's all good. I'll hold it for you. Screw these people that want to play games. I'm not about that. Also, just because I said you can make offers, I also clearly said, let's make reasonable offers. This time, since I opened up the door for people to make offers, oh my goodness. I have people listing out, like, every item I showed, and they're like, I'll give you, like, $25 for it. No. No, you won't. Since you said you needed to sell them and you're accepting offers, would you take $25 for all of your Dragon Ball Z figure arts? No. I don't need to sell them to put food on my belly. On my belly, that's the saying. Oh my gosh. Hey, Bloodstock, what's up? Okay, let's get rid of that. Delete, ba-boom, ba-bam. W. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3 more batches of this to go. So this one's gonna start right here and wrap around on itself. Actually, how I eat most of my meals is I just sit back and kind of slump, and I'm working on building up my stomach so I can set my plate right there and just eat like it's a trough. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. I've just given up on life altogether at this point. I think that's okay. Don't judge me. Actually, I don't care if you judge me. It doesn't matter. Where are we working again? Right there. Alright. Bam. 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 The word stingy, we just had a conversation about that. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not... I wouldn't care if it wasn't for the fact that I literally got hundreds of emails, and most of them are asking about the same items. So when I tell somebody, it's yours for the price you offered, which happened, by the way. It's not like I gave them a price and they said, okay, I mean, that happened too. But some of the people that have backed out are people that made an offer that was reasonable, so I said, sure, you can have it. And then when it comes time to pay, they're like, nah, I don't wanna. I'm not paying. It's a standard case of their eyes are bigger than their wallets. Which I get, but you're screwing over me because I have to deal with the other people, and you're screwing over them because now I've deleted their email potentially. And that's not cool. One guy got mad because... I don't know if he got mad. It sounded like he got mad, but maybe he didn't. It wasn't clear. If he didn't, then it doesn't matter. He's like, oh, I didn't realize you were selling for retail price. I'm like, I'm not. Retail price is much lower than what they're worth. I'm selling for a lot higher than retail price because these things are worth a lot. So, take that. You are so rude, man. I'm So Rude Man. That's my new superhero name, So Rude Man. Mike doesn't have time for my Discord channel. Mike only comes around to listen to my glorious jokes. Wait a minute, Moon Knight. Why am I rude? Which part was rude? I'm very curious now. I love when people accuse me of things that don't make any sense. It's the best. Use a comma, by the way. Unless you were designating my nickname to be So Rude Man, in which case I can... But I'm not rude. That's not rude. I didn't say anything rude. So you're rude, comma man. Alright, preview, solo. Alright, looking good, looking good. Make adaptive skin, insert, bam, delete, make it bigger, that's what she said. And now we need to do, oh, just this lump, alright. Where'd he go? The guy left. Well, at least he had the backbone to stand up for what he said and to explain himself. Good for you. I'll just pop by, make a totally erroneous comment, and then leave, so that nobody can tell me how ignorant I am. That's reasonable. But here's the thing, like, I could make way more money on most of the stuff I'm selling if I just put it on eBay. That's not what I'm doing. But he wanted me to sell it for less, like, so it was all the Star Wars figures, and he wanted me to sell them all for less than MSRP, which is 20 bucks a piece, you know? And I'm like, no, some of these figures are worth like 80 bucks. Or at least one of them's worth like 80 bucks. I'm not selling it for $15. Get out of here. Get out of here. And then some of them are worth like 10, which I'm still going less than eBay price on those. People are just weird when it comes to buying and selling on the internet. It's a miracle that eBay has lasted. But it's not, that's not the case, weeboo. I mean, sure, some things don't hold any value, but some of the figures, especially the Star Wars ones, hold value plenty. Like, Anakin's worth a lot. I'm not selling it for less than retail. That would be dumb. I'll keep it before I do that. I think anybody would be, I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody to be like, well, I only bought it for 20, so here it is for 15 because it's opened. But it's worth 100 on eBay. I don't care. Like, no one's gonna do that. Let's be realistic here, people. I was very clear when I said in the video, I'm not trying to give this stuff away. How did I end up? Oh. No, we're good. It's weird though too, because the first sale I did, which was the last one, I really didn't have any issues. I sold through everything right away. Maybe it's because I opened it up to people. I said people could make offers this time and people got goofy. I don't know what it is, but people got goofy this time. Alright, so now we are just doing this bottom strap. SH Figuarts Broly is worth like, it's not worth 400, dude. I just sold 2 of them in package. They're not worth that much. Alright, insert Z-sphere, E, shrinky, shrinky, shrinky. Shiloh Ligians, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Refreshments are in the back of your own fridge. This is the internet. Well, I do know which figures are worth. I mean, I know what all of the figures are worth, so it's not very difficult for me to come up with a price that's lower than what you would pay anywhere else. He wanted to pay less than MSRP, which is not accurate. Do you honestly think I don't know? Like, I don't... This isn't the first time I've handled action figures, guys. Believe it or not, I do this shit for a living. Sure did, Mickey. That is definitely the thing that happened. The thing is, I have no idea which one it is. All I know is it's somebody at the $1 tier. Because only the ones that are open up to the $1 tier are the ones that get the comment, or the dislikes. Hey, Joshua. Ooh. I mean, the people that have purchased from me in the past can attest to the fact that I have good prices and ship quickly. So anybody that's like, he wants too much, you know they're just being one of those people that doesn't want to pay. One guy commented already on the video saying how happy he was with the sale, and he doesn't even have the figures yet, which I think is funny because now I'm going to block him so he can't edit his comment and then never ship him anything. I'm just joking. That's just a joke. Just putting out there on general anti-boy. Are you, I don't know like what language you're speaking, but I don't speak it. What was I doing? Oh, preview. Alright, we're good to go. Make adaptive skin. Insert. Grab it. Delete that. Alright, so turn them all back on. Turn off solo. Make it bigger. And now you can see very roughly what it looks like. Now all we have to do is go through and reposition everything. Nope, nope, not drawing those. Let's not do that. There we go. Look, I had one guy offer me $45 for all of my SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball figures. I mean, there's only 3 of them, but any one of them's worth $45, and Gohan's worth a little more. Like, come on. You know if you're collecting them what they're worth, even roughly. So where'd that $45 come from? Because that's like, and that, but to be fair, that didn't account for shipping. He would pay shipping on top of it. Come on, guy, get out of here. Hey, Figure Expert, thanks. I'm glad you like the content. Kitty cat. Hi, buddy. Are you on screen right now? You are, but I'm wearing black and you're all black, so you're basically invisible. Don't lick my cup. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pop an extra one on there again. Right there. Then we can let's no, don't walk on that. Get off. Get off. Don't walk on my keyboard. Lay down. Lay down. Just lay down. You're gonna lay that way? You don't even fit that way. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Couldn't you lay the way that made sense? It's almost like your brain's the size of a walnut. They wouldn't be invisible, though. They'd be making a cat-shaped silhouette of invisibility on me. It doesn't work that way. Victor, you're starting to become a problem, it looks like, in the chat. I'm gonna separate these two chunks. Just go to sleep, please. Alright. That's enough. You're getting too much hair everywhere. What the heck just happened? No, 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 no. Okay, you're gonna lay there. Here. Oh, you're gonna lay over there. Alright. I don't understand what's happening right now. Okay. Well, that's good. Now I see what's happening. Weird. Alright, we're good. Actually. Yeah, I want those connected. I just want them to be separate groups. That's good now. All right. See you later, figure expert. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. I am making a wrap for a forearm. It will look something like this. Only less blurry. When they're actually going to be in production, you can ask. I don't know the answer. Since I'm doing everything by myself, it's taking a lot of time. I haven't set any dates because I really have no control over how long it takes, so it's going to be like, there's no way for me to estimate how long I'm going to take. So all we can do is keep working. And when they're done, they're done. Kind of like cookies. You don't know when they're gonna be done. That's not true. But it's just like cookies in that they're being made with love. And when they get done, that's when they're gonna be done. It would be cool. That's like when that kid asked Tony Stark to take a picture with him in the Humvee in the first Iron Man movie. Kid says, would it be cool if I took a picture with you? And he said, yes, it would be very cool. Thanks, Blood Rose. Hey, Blood Rose 18, that's a new name. We haven't seen you around. Are you new to the channel? New to the live stream? New to the world? Are you an infant? What's your deal, man? Victor is correct. Patreon people definitely get to play if they want to while I'm playing video games. If that's the kind of thing we're doing, of course. Not like, they're not going to tell me, hey, I'm playing, so you better pick a game I want to play. Like, that doesn't happen. But if I'm doing something like that and they want to play, Patreon people are welcome. And then most of the people I play with are, like, IRL people. You'll notice there are some significant gaps, and we're going to correct that in a little bit, in a very particular way, assuming it works the way I think it will, which it will. It should. It might. It might. Ah, gotcha. Cool, man. Well, thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Gosh darn it. Just when I think I'm done adding polygroups, I come up with another spot that needs a polygroup. Hey, Roel, you know that would be inadvisable, right? I just want to make sure you're aware that if you decide to spoil a movie, you will be permanently excommunicated from anything on this channel. What the hell? Why is it doing that? It's really weird. That's okay. Did someone say something funny? Oh. Well, Randall got to play back when he was a moderator, but then when he threw a fit one day, he lost his moderatorship, but he still plays. That's how Randall got to be involved. So you think it's a test to see how uptight someone is, to tell them you're going to do something that would be something they don't want. That doesn't test how uptight they are. That tests how much you need attention. That's all that test does. I mean, let's call it how it is here. Like if you walked up to somebody on the street and said, "I'm gonna punch you in the face," and they responded negatively, that doesn't tell you that they're uptight. That's not a good indicator there. Amazon Prime. Amazon owns Twitch, so if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe on Twitch by linking your Twitch account with your Amazon account. Alright, let's add some thickness to all of these guys. We'll start at the top. Picture's not lying though. That is what happened. That is what happened. So you see, we got them in place pretty much where we want them. Now we figure out how they're going to look when they're actually shaped properly, and now we can adjust them for the last little bit, which shouldn't take a whole lot of adjustment. It should be okay. Should work out. See, there's a few spots, but otherwise we're looking all right. Sagat and Adon, for sure. Every time I think about wrapped pieces on body parts, I think of Adon. I prefer Adon, but Sagat too. That's funny you mentioned that, Alfonso. Eli, what's up? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously Adon's a garbage character compared to Sagat, but in terms of the raps, I don't know why. Adon's always stand out to me when I think about it. Somebody asked me to re-review some of the Street Fighter figures. Hey, don't chew on that. I'm so sick of these damn cats biting everything. Stop. Didn't used to do it. I think I'll read. Why can't I grab it? There it is. I think I'll re-review some of the Street Fighter figures once a new game is coming out. Particularly one I can play. Your hamsters. Can't you just put them in a ball or something? Or is that not how that works? I've never owned hamsters. I don't know. I had to tell you earlier to lay off. You almost got in trouble earlier, so I don't know. I don't know what kind of special situation you're in, but you almost got in trouble earlier. So let's not overestimate the situation here. Grab the right dot, damn it. I'll come back to that dot. There it is. What am I making? I'm making a forearm wrap. It's gonna end up being hollowed out anyway so they can slip on over the forearms. So I can just squish it in a little bit right now. Attack on Titan got anti-Semitic? I haven't watched it, but that doesn't sound right to me. I'll have to watch it. I mean, not because of that. I was gonna watch it anyway. But mostly because I know. But things get banned in China all the time, guys. Without much of a reason by our standards. So don't, I wouldn't worry too much about things getting banned in China. Reflecting too much here. Grab it. There it is. Hang on 1 second, guys. Dealing with some business. Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Almost everything is made in China in terms of action figures. Legit, I mean. And then, of course, there's the bootleg situation. Well, that's no good. We can't do that. Hey! Now the cat's on my work table knocking all my tools off. What the heck, cat? Cats are freaking out today. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, knock it off. I shouldn't have used that phrase. Knock it off is exactly what she's already doing. Dang cat. Stop. My cats listen to me really well for about 30 seconds, and then they go right back to doing what they were doing. No, Roel. That number 1 isn't accurate, and 2 does not include Twitch. I don't like either one of them better than the other. They both do different things effectively. Alright, I think that's pretty good. That's what we were looking for. Now I have to just put it all together. And actually, I think it might be better to not put it together yet. I would buy an Xbox. But yeah, don't buy a Blu-ray player. Buy a console. The Blu-ray players themselves are known for having problems, and the consoles tend to perform better. Show you the figures? You want to see some figures, huh? We can do that. Let me save this. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go pee real quick because boy, oh boy, do I have to go pee real quick. And then, in the meantime, I'll let it load up the file for you. Wait a minute, I just read before I got up. Hasbro's getting an Overwatch license? Or are you, like, is that a theoretical, or they got one? Because that sucks if they got... I mean, it'll be cool if we can get some 6-inch Overwatch figures, but I feel like the Figma ones will be good enough. But, no, you can buy a PS4, person who's asking about that, whoever that was, for, like, really cheap. Like a PS4 Slim, grab one of those for like 160 bucks. That way it's not even expensive, relatively speaking, compared to a Blu-ray player. And they're better Blu-ray players than Blu-ray players. Alright, look at this for a minute while I go to the bathroom. This is one of the models for the action figures. Yeah, guys, I think that's a good head size right there. I don't think we need to change it. Okay, BRB. Okay, I'm back. There we go. Whatever. No, I don't think Hasbro doesn't own Lego. Oh, so they don't have like an action figure license. They're making Nerf guns, and then I don't care about it. No, licenses are not universal, Victor. Just because they can make Nerf guns doesn't mean they can make action figures. Okay, so here's one of the bodies. Now, okay, people that were here at the beginning of this stream, what do you think about that head size now that you're not seeing it in relation to anything else? I think it's a good head size. Anyway, alright, so for the person that asked, that's one of the basic looks. I mean, there's going to be lots of configurations and things like that, but that made that conversation confusing. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so we also have like a cyborg look we can do. So let me go ahead and get that going on. And of course all of these bits are interchangeable, or at least will be. They may not line up all perfectly right now, but they will be. Let's go ahead and turn the scarf off. Actually, that looks alright. That looks pretty cool like that. Who cares about the elbows for now? Nobody cares about the elbows. You want the head bigger? No. 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 Especially once they have hair, and especially the helmeted heads. Who asked me about showing them the figures? Because if it's one of the people that just left, one, I'm gonna have a conniption fit, and two, I'm gonna stop doing it if they're not here anymore. Articulated icons, everything can be swapped out. Don't they have like 2 molds? Give or take. Renan, are you asking from a 3D modeling standpoint or just from an action figure standpoint? I still don't know about those feet. I'm gonna have to. I think they need some height to them. You think the head is narrow? No, if anything, the head's pretty round. Let's go with those. But for the cyborg, these are really the feet that go with it. Well, I'm not really sure what you're asking then. If it's not from a technical standpoint, I don't really I don't know what you mean. I don't know. Because I could explain technically how I have to do it in ZBrush, but as far as anything else, it's just do it the way I want to do it, which is going to be the good way. With keeping in mind that I have to keep the price at a certain point, I'm to give the maximum effective articulation that I can. That's the idea, anyway. I mean, if I could make these things cost $100, I'd be able to articulate them a lot more, but I'd rather not make them cost $100. Yeah, I don't have the samurai parts on this particular model. Let me save it real quick, and then I can open up the one that has all the samurai parts. They go on this body, but I don't have them in this file. I also have another body. 2 more bodies, actually. I need to do something real quick. Alright, samurai build coming up as soon as it's done saving and as soon as it's done loading. I think it's this file. Is anybody out there a fan of Kingdom Hearts? Because if you are, I have a review coming up that you may like. It's not quite something I'd normally review, but my guy at Bluefin sent it to me to review, so I'm going to do that. It's big. bigger than I thought it would be. Okay, samurai part. Come on. There we go. Samurai parts, huh? Let's do that. Alright, which head do you want? Do you want this head? Or this head? Let me make it a fair comparison first. That one, or that one? Okay, we're staying with... we'll go with that one. Alright. And a lot of this stuff is just placeholder. I don't have it actually worked out yet. I think that... Is that all the parts I have? I think that's all the parts I have for the samurai stuff. Yeah, that is. Blood Rose, I have no idea what you're saying right now. Oh, I'm doing another Destiny live stream tonight, so... Hang on one second, guys. I would love to do Street Fighter figures or Mortal Kombat. I would absolutely love that. I have to answer a couple emails. Well, had to answer a couple emails real quick. I'm almost done. Okay, I'll just answer later. You want to see my skills in Destiny? There are no skills in Destiny. Oh man, too bad they don't give you stuff for a good game. Alright, back to work, guys. Back to work. What do I need to do? I need to... Oh, I've already made a bunch of weapons. Do you want to see the weapons? Oh, I need to finish the forearm thing that I've been working on. Alright, so there's one sword that'll be like translucent, like an energy blade sword type of thing. Alright, there's that one. And I have a bunch of others. I kind of have to piece them together though, I think. I don't remember how I have this set up. Yeah, I do have to piece them together. Okay. Hang on. Let's see. Let's start from the top. Obviously, you have just your little comma, your basic little comma. And then we also have, using some of the same modeling parts, we have something like this. Wait a minute. That shouldn't be in the middle. There we go. And then we have... Oh, we didn't do anything with that yet. Oh, I forgot I made this one. Why is the lighting freaking out? What's the deal with that? That's getting really... Wait, the light's normal. Alright, so then we have that blade. I think I have a handle for that one. I do somewhere. That's not it. Or unless it is. I don't know. What's that? No. I haven't opened this file in a long time, so give me a second here to find all the parts. Oh, there's the other blade, which goes with... No. I don't know why this file's got this weird-ass lighting. There we go. That's how that one looks. And it gets a handle. I don't know which handle it gets, but it gets one of these handles. Huh. This file somehow got all goofed up. Whatever, that's one of the blades. And then we have some traditional looking ones, which would be like just the katana. Or we have the ninjato. Where's the ninjato? Which is a shorter, straight katana. I did hear about that. What about Gundam gear? I don't know what you mean by that. We also have... What is that for? Oh, that's right. I made another blade. No. Let's see if I can say it without stuttering. Like just a little short sword with a fancy tip on it. And we have a little throwing knife type thing. And there's the Tonfa. And I think that's it. That's it for now. I've made a couple of other things, but they're not in this file. I have reviewed all of those figures. You should check out those reviews. And then you can decide which one you think you should buy. Okay, back to work. It is a futuristic kunai. So there you go. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is this. What do I think is going to happen in Avengers 4? I think it's going to be more non-deaths. If you bite that, you better not bite that. Hey, that's it. That's it. Anybody need a cat? I've got a free cat. Naginata? Maybe. I haven't designed it yet, but maybe. I have the spear, like the staff for it, but I don't have the blade. I do want to have, I'm going to have a Kusarigama though. You guys want to say hi to Zeus real quick before he has to leave? Yeah, he's getting kicked out. You're getting kicked out, buddy. One last chance. There you go. You're on camera. Say hi. Now you're leaving. Okay. I'm not really getting rid of my cat. While I was up, though, I got the thing I told you Kingdom Hearts people would be interested in. This is it. It's too big to show on screen. That's what she said. Look how big it is. It's pretty dang big. I'm a big person, and it's big. It lights up. Guys, I think it lights up. Look. Here, hang on. I have this. Look, it lights up. I'm pretty psyched. I don't care really about Kingdom Hearts. I played the first one. But that should be fun. Okay. Okay, back to work. Cat hair everywhere now. Okay, we want... nope. I have never played Team Fortress, so I really couldn't care less. I haven't even opened the package yet. I'm not opening it now. Why isn't it going across? Maybe I have to use a different one to go across. Hang on. The fridge? I'm not going to be getting a fridge, I don't think. I think I've already burned that bridge. Why is this not working? Why are they all jacky? Is it not dense enough? I want to see if I can get one of these to work before I just do it manually. I thought there was a way to do it, but what's that one? Oh, I didn't know that. My favorite show or my favorite anime? I'm just trying out some different things to see what it looks like, because I never play with this stuff ever. Yeah, Captain Marvel movie was announced ages ago. Alright, so what I want to do is go back to here. And... Hey, Wicked Collectibles. Yeah, cats come in breeds, not races. Had an idea. I wonder if that'll work. Let me go back up here and see if it will. Hey, Joe, welcome back. Joe, are you not aware that I'm designing my own line of action figures? Let's go ahead and open it up, guys. I think something's supposed to light up, but it doesn't look like anything would light up here. Something definitely looked like it was supposed to light up. This thing's kind of big. Got a Mickey Mouse keychain on the bottom. Fake little clip here. I suppose I should look at the instructions or something. Let's do that. What the heck are we talking about here? The max angle value is too small. Why? Oh. Alright, I have to do it manually. That'll be easy enough. Are you the key? Is that what they're called? Key masters? Okay, so like I don't know what's going on here. There is some sort of instruction sheet. I have a Mickey Mouse here. I assume it's Mickey Mouse. I think they go like that. Let me see what else is in the box. Some heart-shaped things. I need 3 AA batteries. I don't have that. Oh, cool. I might have 3 AA batteries. Anybody want to buy one of these? I just put my saliva on it. It's worth more. So these things are a little stand for it. So you set these on your table, and then you can set your keyblade on top of that. So it has a spot for batteries. Somewhere over here. You didn't know you needed to see it, but now you have. Do you guys want me to go get the batteries for this and we can see what happens, or do you want me to keep working? I think I should keep working, honestly. But it's up to you guys. We'll take a quick vote. First response I see wins. I probably have batteries somewhere if we need to do that. Still not working. I don't know what that means. So next response I see. Oh. You guys said to work. Jeez, harsh crowd. Goodness. I'm sorry I brought it up. Guys are mean. It would have taken like 3 seconds. Whatever. Alright. We need to do polygroup, polyloop. I don't remember why I was doing this now. Why was I doing that? What was my plan? Why are things not where they were before? That's weird. That's really weird. Can't remember what I was going to do with that. No, I wasn't. No, I was. The reason I lost my focus is the damn cat started chewing on my green screen. No, I was looking. I was gonna do. I mean, I know generally what I was gonna do. I was trying to figure out a way I could add the details I wanted to on here without having to do every little piece manually. But now I'm not so sure. Oh. I'm wondering if I should even bother doing the texture that tiny. It's gonna make it realistic. It's gonna be really tiny. I think I just won't do any texture. All right. So what I want to do is we have to manually put in some like cuts and things. Weaponized cat. Oh, I saw that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's some interesting stuff. I still think this should work. Let me check something real quick. I'm trying to come up with the best way to make these look real, even though they're going to look totally not real, if that makes any sense. Because it's going to be tiny. So I have to try to come up with a way to kind of suggest texture. That's not what I wanted. Leather instead of cloth? That's boring. I could. That is gonna look boring though. What if I did... That's a possibility. What if I went on these... and did this? Let's see how this works. Hey, don't chew on that. Are you chewing on stuff? I forgot one of the cats was in here, and I locked all the other cats out. The hell is doing that? Why is it doing that? Alright, it's good everywhere except for there. What the heck is causing that to happen? I don't know what that means, Randall. I guess I could do something like that and just say that they're some kind of leather wrap. I don't know. Well, yeah, the problem is that all requires texture, and these are going to be, like, this whole piece is like 1.5 inches tall. So you're talking very, very fine texture, which I don't know if that's going to work. Hey, buddy, can you not chew on that? Like, if it was up to me, they would be seeing hexagons and patterns everywhere. But I don't think I'm gonna. I just can't get the texture that fine, or it's gonna. You're not gonna be able to see it. It's just gonna get muddy looking. I don't know. I guess something just like this would be sufficient. I could always just copy it over and see how it looks. Carlos, what's up? Hey, what are you doing? Alright, I have to get rid of another cat. Be right back. Okay, golly. Um. Hmm. I could always just sculpt some wrinkles in it. Well, those wouldn't look. That wouldn't be the right material, really. Why? Well, no, that's the thing is like I'd have to go bigger than normal, but then it's gonna be like way out of scale. So like in real life, like let's say you have some like a sleeve on your arm that's like all nano, like hexagonal pattern replicating type thing. That's fine, but you like the individual hexagons would be like the size of a nickel or something in real life. Where if I blow it up on the figure, they're gonna be like the size of a $50 or something. Like they're gonna be giant, and I don't know if that would look okay. Maybe. Right now I'm just trying to come up with different options for interchangeable parts. I might be able to make a sleeve that's just like nanotech. Like I could take a shape like this, actually. Well, we only have not enough time. Maybe tomorrow I'll mess around with something like that. But for now, I want to try to get one that looks like it's actually a wrap. I don't understand. Oh, I know why. Dumbass. Turn that off, do this a few times. Let's test that out, see how that works. I said, oh. Okay, so now we do this. I think this is what I was doing earlier when I forgot what I was doing. Not positive, but there's a decent chance. Why does that keep poking through? Oh, I know why it's poking through. Okay. What's the friggin' problem here? It's like every night something goes wrong, and I'm starting to lose my patience with this shit, honestly. See you later, Victor. Take it easy. Kind of a nice look. Why is it doing that now? Like, those gaps weren't there a second ago. I'm getting so frustrated with this. They're freaking everywhere. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting ready to just give up altogether in this whole entire project. It's getting to be so frustrating. I wonder if I could just apply like a little tiny bit of texture to it to make it look like leather. Let's see if we can do that, because otherwise I don't mind the look of it. I think that looks kind of okay. That looks like a leather wrap. Although, if I did... screw it, who cares? Nobody cares but me anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's do this, not nano mesh, that's not what we want. Let's see, there's got to be something that could simulate leather. That could look like cracked leather. Nah, that wouldn't look like cracked leather. What's that? Is that wood grain? It's probably wood grain. Here you go, Randall. See, I can definitely do it, but realistically it would look something like that, which you'll never see on the figure. So... I mean, obviously I'd have to change the shape of the thing if I was going to do that. But it just doesn't... It wouldn't work. Back to what I was doing. I don't think I like this. You're gonna find something that looks good, or nothing at all, which is also possible. I guess I could just do it manually. I need to get some leather reference and just try to make it look like it manually, because I'm not thinking any of these look good at all. Unless I can find something that looks different than what I've found so far. What's that? Oh. Also, I don't really understand what the purpose of this is. If it stretches on everything, how does that help anybody? Plus, it appears to be broken. I don't know. Let's do this for now. I really need to get some sleep. But I don't think that's in the cards. Alright, let's go ahead and put on the non-robot body. Where is it? Okay, and then if we go here, no, let's go here. Now these aren't going to fit the arms perfectly, obviously, since I haven't made them to fit the arms perfectly. But we're just testing it out. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I don't know. Yeah, but that doesn't do me any good since I'm 3D printing. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, I'm making this line to sell, so if all goes according to plan, it'll be for sale. Well, cross your fingers, Brian, and when the Kickstarter comes around, make sure you're make too. I don't know. I think that those will be okay. If I can, even if I didn't add any more detail, I think that might be okay. But I might be able to add some more detail. I'm gonna have to get something printed and see how much I can push the detail. Like like when I sculpted the Wolverine head, it had teeth on it. Obviously, you know what? Let's do this. Let me bring the Wolverine head in, and I want to see how much. I might be able to do some detail because it did. The teeth barely showed, but they were there. They were physical teeth. And that's pretty dang small, so... But if you think about it, look at the size of your tooth compared to the texture of cloth. Tooth is infinitely larger. Not infinitely, but great amount larger. Well, I'm not worried about the printer so much as the scale. It's just the scale, the size of it. I mean, I'm tempted to just have my guy print, not the same people that'll be doing the figures, but somebody with a printer that I can get to do for quick and cheap. Just a chunk of the cloth that I made with this pattern right here. I don't know, can you guys even see the cursor? Can you see the cursor over that icon for the weave pattern? If I just have him print a chunk of that, it wouldn't cost much at all, and I could see. Why is this Wolverine head not opening? What the heck? Yeah, but I don't want just any random person to do it. I need to be able to test it with quality print. I mean, it doesn't do me any good if it's not the right kind of print. So it'd be a waste of time. I made it backwards. Goes to show how much I knew what I was doing when I was doing that. Yeah, see, it could barely do the teeth. And that's really big texture. It would look like he had like quarters or half dollars taped to him. I don't think that would look good. I guess it would look like pennies. Something, or something closer to teeth size. But skill-wise, it would make the cloth, or whatever pattern, vary. That head's even a bit big. Anybody want a Wolverine figure? I can't do that. I would get sued. Anyway. I could try to come up with something with a texture and just try it out, I guess. There's no way the brush I made would work, though, with this. Well, it would at that scale. That's too big. Even that's a bit big. I mean, you might end up with, like, you could feel the texture, but it wouldn't actually look like anything. Maybe that would be okay. I'll have to get a print and see. Still don't get. I need to ask somebody who knows how to ZBrush. Obviously, these forearms, by the way, are not the actual forearms. They were just there to be a placeholder. I need to ask somebody who knows about ZBrush why my curves aren't snapping well. Because they're a pain in the ass. What the hell is going on now? See, what the hell is that? I don't know why these curves it won't snap like it's supposed to. It just doesn't even do anything it's supposed to do. I wonder if it would on a bigger surface. It seems to work better. But if you can't do it on a small surface, then what's the point? Maybe there's a function that I have turned off that makes it work better. What if it's up here? Better. Maybe that's what it was. No. I'd still end up spending forever just adjusting this to make it look right, but maybe it could work. Or it would do something like that. Why is it twisting like that? See what I mean? It's just so freaking frustrating. I don't understand why things like that happen. Yeah, I don't understand why it keeps tucking everything in like that. Alright, that's enough to test it out. Let's do that. Look at that. That's absolutely unusable. Alright, so using that's out of the question. So that means I have to learn how to do UVs and then apply textures. That's gonna be fun. Oh well. Alright, we're done. Thanks for watching, guys. I will do more tomorrow. I'm gonna do some gaming in about an hour. That's the wrong thing. Over on YouTube, and I'll see you guys then. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Have a good night. Thanks for watching, and hasta luego.